In 1542, Portuguese sailors in East Asia spotted a big island that they could not find on any of their maps. They were so impressed by how beautiful it was, and they simply called it Ilha Formosa, which means the beautiful island in Portuguese. And for over 400 years, the island that I'm come from was called Formosa. You may know it as Taiwan, but its official name is the Republic of China. As you can tell by these three names, my native country has a fascinating history. I would like to tell you about the role that Taiwan's Aboriginal people, such as myself, have had in Taiwan's colorful history. I would like to talk to you about the history of Taiwan's native people in three separate parts. The age of imperialism, post-World War II, and recent history. Let's talk about where is Taiwan. It consists of a big island and several small islands off the coast of China. Before 1600s, almost all the inhabitants were native tribes, and they were self-governed. In 1620s, the Dutch established a colony in Taiwan, and they brought some people from China. The Dutch also taught some of the Aboriginal people to write down their own language by using Latin alphabet. In 1662, a civil war occurred between the Old Ming Dynasty and the New Qing Dynasty in China. Ming lost the war and fled to Taiwan. They brought so many Chinese immigrants that they caused the Taiwanese native become minority in their own homeland. Qing, they didn't respect Taiwan or its people. They give the land of Taiwanese land to their servants or soldier. 2 decades later, Qing defeated Ming totally and then established a government in Taiwan. And this was the very first time that Taiwan was under Chinese rule. In 1895, Taiwan was transferred to Japanese rule for about 50 years. When the Qing lost the war in the First Sino-Japanese War, Japanese, they brought so many new technologies and modernized Taiwan, but they didn't treat the people on the island well. The Japanese government began implementing Japanization in Taiwan. They forced people to speak Japanese, adopt new Japanese name. They forced many young Taiwanese men to fight for them, and many of them were killed in World War II. Speaking of World War II, at this time, another civil war was going on in China between the nationalists, known as the KMT, and the communists, known as the CCP. In 1945, KMT took control of Taiwan, and once again, like other previous rulers, the KMT soldiers often bullied and abused Taiwanese people. The KMT lost the war with the CCP and fled to Taiwan with 2 million people with them. And they also engaged in the land reform scheme that took even more land from the native people. The ROC government, run by the KMT, introduced Sinization program across Taiwan to counteract the Japanization. Mandarin Chinese culture was favored over Taiwan's long-established Haklo, Hakka, and other indigenous heritage. Now, Taiwan is the first democratic country in Asia, and is also one of the freest and the most prosperous country in Asia. Now, Aboriginal people have been able to perform their own costume and histories once again. There are many organizations in Taiwan that keep the Aboriginal history alive by performing music, doing dances, making traditional crafts, and holding festivals. The mixed culture, the mixed multicultural of Aboriginal, Chinese, Japanese, and European has formed a beautiful tapestry that my people are still proud to be part of.